Hi, I'm Legalock, a legacy-locked Ironman. My father has mastered the arts of magic, melee, and ranged combat. He's bested some of the greatest challenges in all of Gielinor, but he's reluctant to believe that the old ways can accomplish much of anything, if anything at all. But I'm here to prove him wrong. I seek to claim the title of the Reaper, obtain best in slot combat gear for all three styles, and even take it a step further by besting the god Zamorak himself at 100% enrage. These feats will not be easy by any means. Some of the grinds will make me want to pull my hair out for sure, but when I have a plan, I always see it through. I'm Legalock, and welcome to my journey. So here we are on the brand new Ironman account. I'm very excited to start this. I've been planning this for so long. I wanted to do this like halfway through Reckless Ranger, so it's been quite a long time. Real quick, before we get started on anything, and before I get any levels and any stats and anything like that, I just want to go over some of my current plans, my immediate plans, some of the restrictions, and just some of my side goals, and just cover all that right from the beginning. My current plans are to grind out levels for invention, just increase my combat stats, and get some general questing done, and just get my feet wet in the game mode. I haven't played in Legacy since it was released. I mean, I've done a couple things here and there, but I could probably say I've spent maybe an hour or two in total actively playing with Legacy, so I have no idea what it actually feels like to do all the content in this game mode at all. Some side goals that would be pretty cool to obtain would be maxing and the quest cape, but they're not my primary focus of the series, and if they happen, they happen. If they don't, then maybe it'll be something that is post-series content. As for my restrictions, the combat mode restricts you in more than just combat, but it'll make some drops like codices and conveniences like surging around being unavailable to me. I'm also restricting myself to the legacy interface, which means that I can only have one active panel, such as my inventory or prayers or my magic book, open at any given time. This to me is the true old school way of playing modern day RuneScape. The only keybinds I'll be able to really set within this game mode are keybinds to open each of these panels individually, but things like prayer flicking will all be done via clicking in the prayer book. Since I don't really have any restrictions like to an area or anything of the like, pretty much the whole entire world is my playground, I don't have many exceptions either. The only exception I want to put out there now is that if anything requires evolution of combat to complete, I'll be able to do so. I'm not sure if there really is anything that's locked into EOC only, but sometimes things in RuneScape 3 have weird interactions, so I'm just covering my bases ahead of time. The last thing I want to cover is that there's probably some concern about getting my KC at the endgame group bosses like Raze, AOD, Virago, and the like. My plan is that when I get to these bosses, I'd ideally have a team of friends or willing participants to perform these bosses in Legacy mode with me. I know that this will be a big ask, but I will not get the KC for Reaper Crew by being the only Legacy member in the group. It's all or none. The only exception here is whether or not there's a mechanic that is specifically locked behind evolution of combat that would make the fight uncompletable without it. And by uncompletable, I mean quite literally impossible. If it's at all possible to complete an encounter with Legacy, then it's required for everyone in the group to stay within Legacy mode 100% of the time. Overall, I find the fun within the challenge. Is this an efficient way to play? No, I don't really think anyone's arguing that, but I have a feeling there's going to be some comments along the way that say just play EOC, so just getting this out ahead of time, no, I'm not playing EOC. The fun is within the restrictions and the challenge and the mode that you create for yourself within this vast game, this vast sandbox MMO. So here's to the journey. So you're really going through with this? Well, of course I am. I didn't put all that effort into the intro for nothing. What's an intro? Never mind. Yes, I'm going through with it. I mean, come on. Really think this through. Do you think you'll be able to handle Virago's bleeds, Zamorak's world-ending attack? What about all the stuns you'll encounter at Crosis, or even Telos? I haven't quite figured all that out yet, but look, I'm sure I will. I just need you to trust me with this. Alright, but just for the record, I think this is a foolish quest, but I'm still your father, and I'll give you whatever I can. Metaphorically, of course, because you chose to be all Iron Man. You can still give me bonds, though. Alright. Maybe play for a few minutes, and then we'll talk. Alright, well, here we are. Freshly created account here in Berthorpe, just running around. We've got one set of shrimps and a yak track task list to my name. So what I'm probably going to do is, like I mentioned, I just kind of want to get my feet wet a little bit. So I want to just, explore around, see what's kind of efficient, see what's kind of not. I'm still a non-member at this time. I'll probably get a bond on my main and transfer it to this guy at some point, but I'll probably do as much as I can within non-members. That way I don't really waste any membership days on a bond. So what'll be good is I'm actually going to work on getting my daily tasks done because these will give an extra surge of experience within the skills, and I'm pretty sure like the first 3 or 4 sets are predetermined for every single account. So it'll go through a series of pretty much all non-member skills for the most part. I think we're just going to work on doing this, get some experience boosting right out the gate, and just take it from there. Hey, there we go. First level on the account, level 2 woodcutting. We just finished up all of the introductory challenges. Now we actually unlocked the daily system here. So I don't know if these are locked behind memberships or not. Yeah, it looks like they are, but oh, the bottom one is not members only. So oddments and challenge get tokens. That's good for right now. And then this will also give me experience in whatever skills pop up here. So this is probably going to be one of the main ways that I'm earning some early levels. Just making sure I do my dailies. And then when I get members, I'm going to work on saving up for the Jack of Trades aura. So that'll help out quite a bit as well. Our first combat, engage in combat. Dude, they have 2 health. Oh, this is actually funny. This is going to be so interesting. Dude, I am slaughtering these cows. Freaking get wrecked, bro. All right, so we have our first set of full range gear. We are looking like a leather Larry. A leather Legalocked, if you will. Oh, there we go. First set of dailies done. And we got our 50 level milestone. So our stats are looking pretty juicy. 5 crafting, 3 smithing, 6 mining, 3 woodcutting, and 2 cooking. I don't mean to brag, but it's nothing to scoff at. And I gotta be honest, this is just such a refreshing way to play. There's not nearly as much distraction. Like your interface, it's all very basic. So I can just keep focused on a couple things. And I don't know, it's just enjoyable. So what I'm going to do now is I've got my dailies done. I'm just going to be following the path system to an extent and maybe just get some of the honestly beginner unlocks or the newbie unlocks like the Pathfinder armor and just kind of experience the low levels a bit, how they should be experienced or how they're intended to be experienced, just for the sake of going fully through it. I am officially a man of Berthorpe, full bronze, dual dogs, dual bronze daggers, dude. Unironically, this is probably going to be the path that I want to take for the most part with Legacy is melee because, I mean, mining and smithing is perfect for this game mode because it's all just melee based and it will just give me a lot of starter gear. The other benefit to choosing melee is that there's not going to be a huge amount of upkeep or really much upkeep at all because ranged and magic will use ammunition pretty much on every single auto attack. And I think range will have a chance to save ammunition via the Ava's accumulator, but still, when I'm thinking about the end game, like when I get to Bolg or FSOA or anything like that, camping those would be extremely expensive for me or just very high upkeep. I think melee is going to be the way to go in the long run. We are starting the bank organization early. This is probably the best way to go about organizing your bank, and that is setting up your tabs, and as you accumulate things, just organize them. This is going to save you so much time in the long run. You're starting a new account. I highly suggest you do this from the beginning, otherwise it becomes a complete mess. All right, so this looks like a general pathing thing that's going to require EOC, maybe. So let's see what it says. Oh, okay, I got to go to a non-legacy only world. Okay, weird. I don't know why this is locked to EOC, but we're just going to do this so we can knock it out. All right, well, that was quite the experience. Very exhilarating, doing stuff on a filthy combat interface. So going back to the true one and only combat interface and interface mode. There we go. This looks a lot better. That was horrendous. I have to scale everything up so this actually fits into a decent amount of space on my screen. All right, so that was pretty fun. We just did a majority of the introductory paths. There's still more that we can do, but you know, it's taken me out of Berthorpe and Taverley now. So I did all the introductory paths for like all the basic skills like summoning, herb lore, everything like that. So what I'm just going to be doing now is I'm probably going to just work on unlocking all of my lodestone just so I can have easy access to all the main cities within RuneScape and just start making some headway and some skills and maybe some free-to-play quests. That way I can actually start making some real progress and eventually work my way towards members. You know, just kind of running around unlocking these lodestones just maybe have a thought that running and not surging everywhere, teleporting everywhere. Just really makes you feel like you are playing RuneScape at the size that it was meant to be. Whenever they released the NXT client, or when they started doing betas for the HTML client, it really made you realize how small the RuneScape map is. Like you can just see the Wizard's Tower from here pretty much if you have your distance set long enough, and then it just really makes you feel like the world's a lot smaller than it is. But when you kind of just like play a little bit zoomed in and you're not just traversing the map really quickly, it just, I don't know, it feels good. It feels a little bit nostalgic, and it just kind of gets that sense of exploration that I had when I first started playing RuneScape. It's cool. I just got attacked by my first highwayman. I remember when I first started, I was so scared of these guys. Me and my wolf just took them down. All right, there's definitely got to be a way to turn these notifications off, right? All right, I mean, I think I may have deactivated it. I'm not too sure. Hopefully we did though, because getting that notification every single time I run out of energy would be really annoying. We have officially disabled the information window. I've run out of energy and I'm walking in glee. No annoying pop-up. I'm doing the citizens of Edgeville a favor and I'm dispatching this thief. Maybe. What is my wolf doing, please? Hello. Oh my, no, not interact. Oh, crap. Here we go. Follower details. Oh my gosh. Attack. There we go. Finally. Bro, get freaking wrecked, dude. Oh, dude, and we have the yak track. I completely forgot about that. Oh, we can actually unlock some decent cosmetics. Oh, this is cool. We're starting this at a very good time. This will also be good motivation for just leveling up my skills, honestly. So I might just follow the yak track for a little bit just to, you know, make some progress on that and really just use that as an excuse to boost my stats quite a bit. So I've just been grinding away at my yak track task, and I was going to burn all the logs that I needed, but I ended up getting the skill and kill first. So I guess that's just going to be a trend until I get higher levels with the yak track. But now I am on yak track number 3, which is going to be getting some smithing experience, which is good because I need to get that up. And then I also want to get to this point where I'm at the prayer task, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Nexus in Lumbridge, because from what I remember, they updated it to where you can actually do it solo scaled now, which would be very beneficial to me. And it's just a free way of getting 43 prayer. So I'm going to be working towards that. But in the meantime, I was looking on the wiki and I saw that there was a weapon that offers a special attack at level 5 called the Keen Blade. The Keen Blade doesn't really have any special thing about it, except for the fact that it has level 10 stats, but it is a level 5 weapon with a special attack. It doesn't really make any game-breaking difference. I just think it's kind of cool. So I'm going to go get it, and it's also going to be the same place where I get the Pathfinder armor, which will be my best in slot armor set until level 20, according to the wiki, and it looks very cool. This is honestly one of the coolest looking sets you can get in the early game. It's level 1 defense, it's hybrid, and according to the wiki, it's best until level 20. I have a feeling that might be a little bit inaccurate, but we'll see. I'm going to be rocking this as long as I can, just because I think the set is really, really cool. All right, we are now level 5 attack, so there is... Wait. Oh, no, I'm not. Just kidding. Dude, why are grapes so expensive? 8k each. Oh my gosh, that is a lot. Did I read that right? Yeah, 8,000 GP each. What the heck? Goblins must be a really good low-level moneymaker. Fresh out of birth or now, we are level 5 attack. We are 8 combat, yeehaw, and I able to use the Keen Blade, which is a kind of like an Iron 2H essentially, but it has a special attack with increased accuracy. Not that it's really going to make a big difference at this point, but yeah, I wanted to get it to cast the special attack, but just realized you have to be a member for that, so it looks like I'm not going to be getting used to special attacks anytime soon. I do have the wiki to look at for how special attacks function. It looks like they kind of, like you don't gain adrenaline, or you don't gain special attack bar from your auto attacks like you would gain adrenaline in EOC for your auto attacks. So it just kind of refreshes at the old rate of 10% every 30 seconds or 5 minutes for a full special attack bar. So I assume that an adrenaline potion would just refill your special attack bar, become essentially a special attack potion. So we'll kind of see how that pans out. But if that's not how it pans out, then I'm going to have to kind of revisit some of the ideas I had for dealing with some of the later game goals of dealing with Zami or hard mode Carapath. I just got to say, this stance, it looks so good. It's so cool looking. I love this look. Like, I might be a noob, but I look like one of the most threatening noobs there are. So after getting logging on after reset and just seeing my dailies, I saw archaeology and farming on there, and it really got me thinking that I could really be preventing a lot of my progress if I don't just start from day one in members with like things like daily caches or troll invasion or god statues and things like that to really help boost my lower levels. So I bit the bullet and I am going to just snag a bond from my dad, and I'm just going to go ahead and start with the membership journey here. As for sustaining it, I'll figure out more sustainable means. Maybe like my Hydrixes will just go to bonds for the meantime. I'm not too sure. As you can tell, I'm trying to prevent myself from spending real money so I can actually save it, but we'll figure something out in the meantime. But here we go, on to members. All right, here we are in a members world. Everything is pretty much exactly the same. Just the only difference now is we can get these extra bonuses from our daily challenges, which is great. You actually get the dungeoneering tokens. That's cool. So it looks like you for real will get these top layer things. So the aura refreshes, wild cards, dungeoneering token boxes. That's great. Those things will come in handy in the long run for sure. I'm actually going to just do these dailies. I'll probably do the daily archaeology and the tutorial for it. That way I can just knock that out, get it out of the way. And I am going to run god statues, actually, maybe work on unlocking more of this lodestone network. That way I can just have easy travel. Nice, that just boosted us to 3 construction. It probably would have been better if I, train some construction levels before this, but I'm not too worried about rushing construction at the moment. This is just an easy way to get some experience. While I'm over here for the Lumbridge statue, I'm going to swing by Bob's Axes and grab myself a Mithril Hatchet because I can actually use this, I believe. If not, I'm really close. I think I'm like 1 level off. Yeah, 1 level off. So I might just get that 18 experience. Mithril Hatchets. Here we go. First skilling upgrade of the account. Not technically not, but probably one of the bigger ones so far. So I'm on my way to go do the Canifis statue, and while I'm over here, I might as well just drop by the Archaeology Guild and do the tutorial and grab the Archaeologist Journal. That way I can just have a quick teleport over to a different area of Varrock that's kind of in between Canifis and Varrock. This is just a very helpful location to be near as well, because once I get to this archaeology table and I unlock the archaeology levels, I can teleport to different areas. And one of those areas that's going to be pretty immediate and pretty helpful to me right now is going to be the Alcarid dig site, just because that puts me right at Het's Oasis, and it's just another city that I'll easily have access to. Just like that, we are an intern. Well, this is good because we had the archaeology journal, and I totally forgot that you are able to get the relic power that gives you increased HP, and that is insanely good at a low level because that just essentially gives me 5 extra levels, and I've only gained 2 since I've started this account. Basically increased my initial health by almost 50%. So That's a great first unlock. Now we have the archaeology journal. We can pretty much just put this in our pocket slot and just carry it around with us. That way we have kind of it's not really a one-click teleport, but it is a easy teleport that is near a bank or just like near a decent area that I can just refresh for the time being until I get something like War's Retreat that's going to be more of a pivotal location, or even Fort 4 and 3. Oh, I can use my special attack. Oh, let's see. Can I get this guy? Can I wreck this guy? No, I cannot. Is this the Guardian I have to kill? Yeah, this is. Ah, frick. Oh, it might be possible. I mean, if I don't get killed first, but we'll see. I do have a immediate teleport that I can, get out of here really quick if I need to. Come on, baby. I didn't bring any food for this. Come on. Please. Please? Oh, no. Bro, get freaking wrecked. I had one more hit before I died. Mauritania beware. All right, that is the Canifis lodestone and the Canifis statue. So I think I want to traverse White Wolf Mountain now, make my way over to Yanil, unlock all the lodestones on the way over there, get that final statue, and then that'll be the statue D&D completed, and then that'll just be all the free construction experience I can get this month. Oh, Catherby, dude. I remember spending so much time here fishing lobsters. Oh, this was the place to just be. I remember coming home after school, just fishing lobsters with my friends so we could make enough money to like get full rune or something like that. Because for some reason, we'd always resell our full rune or our glory sets. I don't know why. We were very inefficient back in middle school, but that was RuneScape, dude. No guides, no efficiency, no nothing. It was a very great time. But that is the Catherby Lodestone unlocked. Seer's Village unlocked. If I had been porting around and just not running everywhere, I would have never noticed that there's this random gray tile. There's another random gray tile. Dude, what is going on? It's all these tiny little details that you miss. Oh man, there's just so much time I'm spending going between different areas, so I gotta entertain myself somehow. The temptation to call this the Ardougne lodestone is very high, but I've been corrected enough in the past to know that's Ardougne. Okay, so don't come at me in the comments. I also want to call this one Yannel. I've always called it Yannel. I hear everyone else say it's Yannel, so I don't really know the true way of saying this. So in my head, I always say Yannel. I don't know if I'm Americanizing the crap out of it. So there we go. We finished all of the god statues from the D&D. Then we got pretty much as many of the lodestones that we can right now. Well, except for Al-Kharid, I can go ahead and get that pretty much any time. That's fine. But yeah, we're just missing Al-Kharid, Karamja, and then Fremnig Province. All these other ones I can just unlock over time. A majority of them, or a good portion of the ones that I still need, are locked to some extent, either by quests or just other tasks that I have not gotten to yet. Honestly, we made a lot of good progress in this episode. We are a member, we are a full Pathfinder with a Keen Blade, and we got 25 mining, 16 smithing, 26 firemaking, 12 construction, 13 prayer. We've got a pretty decent head start on this account. This has been a pretty eventful episode so far. So goals going forward are going to actually be unlock Fort 4 and 3, because that's going to be a good central hub for me to hang out. It's going to be generating some bonus experience for me in the background, and it'll be a very good construction training method. That, plus unlocking my invention skills, maybe doing some daily divination caches, and training archaeology up, are all on the current list of things to do.